Hello everyone. My name is Beth Moore. I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and we're going to do a little crafting here at Indigo Pearl Company this afternoon. We're going to change it up a little bit. I've been doing a lot of projects with craft paint or craft paste, and I'm going to ink today. What we're going to do, I've been a grandma all week long and have had my granddaughter who thinks this Chalk Couture stuff is the bomb. And I'm actually going to make a t-shirt, put a little emblem on it, and it's going to be Country Girl. This is in it's one of our transfers. And we have to treat it a little bit differently. Now, ink is non-forgiving, so if you put it on the shirt, it better be in the right spot because you just cannot get it out. And it's just sometimes it causes major issues, and you have to start your project over again, or else you'll have to figure out a way that you can cover it up. But today, hopefully, I won't make any major boo-boos, and we will be able to show you the finished product in just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get started today, and this is an ink mat that you can get from Chalk Couture. And what you want to do is you want to pull your shirt over, and not only t-shirts, you can do tea towels, you can do, I've done a lot of canvas bags, I have done pillows, I've done quite a few different things in the inking department, but today I wanted to do Shaylin a little shirt because she is such a country girl, and she did us a video, or when she was down here she was wanting to do some chalking, and I let her pick out all the colors she wanted to put on it because she has her grandma that lives in the home with them, and she wanted to make a present to take home to grandma. And she went home today, and hopefully we can show you her finished project too. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that this thing is flat down on this ink mat, because too, if you're not careful, your ink will go through your shirt to straight through the other part. So if you don't have an ink mat, you could use cardboard, anything that you could insert in there to go between. And you know, in the other videos I've told you, fuzz, fuzz, and fuzz some more, but we're not going to fuzz tonight. Our transfer, all we're going to do is, I am actually going to clip a little end over here off to make it easier for me to peel it back. And since we're actually putting it on cloth, we don't have to worry about fuzzing. So it just goes automatically down. And I'm just going to kind of look at it here and see if it's kind of in the spot I'm wanting to have it in. Maybe just a smidgen down. I get tickled at Shaylin's southern accent, but how could she help but not have a southern accent, because everybody she deals with somewhat does. Now, you also want to make sure you mash everything down really well, and you can take your squeegees and you can pull, because you don't want to get bubbles in this, because a bubble is, sometimes it doesn't show, but then at other times it shows where you just really and truly don't want it to. Okay, Now today what I'm going to do is Country Girl is going to be in Couture Coral, and this is really a pretty color. I mean, it is real bright, and I think it'll just really pop out on this purple. And then of course the Country Girl is going to be in the coral, and then in the spokes or the fans of the windmill, we're going to work some white in there too, but I'll show you what I'm talking about as we go along. So we're going to actually have two colors, and we're going to try to integrate them or blend them so it'll have kind of a little bit of a varied color in different parts of it. The first thing I'm going to do is actually the windmill, and this thing down here sticks like crazy, so you still have to stir your ink, but nothing like you had to stir the paste. If absolutely necessary, you can add a little bit of water to this ink, but you really and truly don't have to, because usually the consistency is just what you want. Okay, now, so we're going to start we're just going to pull along. And this, you don't have to mash down hard at all. It just pretty much just pulls real even. But you're still going to work with your ink and just pull at will, because this gives you a little bit more grace period than the chalk does. The chalk will dry up in a heartbeat. Now let's see what we can kind of do with this. And this is, I just consider this like a little messy technique. You just kind of pull it through where you want to. Just gives it some depth. And you can leave the paste on there, or excuse me, not paste at all. This is ink. But now I'm going to start just kind of pulling it in. Okay, now I'm going to use my baby wipe and get this off, and I'm going to go back and kind of pull through a little bit. And like I said, please make sure that these fingertips don't have anything on them, not even a speck, because let me tell you, it will ruin a project, or it'll, you know, some people say, well, that's homemade or handmade, and that's the character of it. Well, most crafters don't really want to have boo-boos like that. It can have character a little bit different way. Now we want to make sure that we've gotten everything, and I see a couple of little spots right around up there that I'm going to go ahead and pull through. That should be really cute. And I think I'm going to change my mind. I think I'm going to do the Country Girl all white, because that really should pop now that we've got our pink windmill. It looks like marshmallow, doesn't it? We have had such a good time with our granddaughter this week. The house is so quiet. It's almost like, wow. You know, you really and truly don't. You guys that still have children at home probably don't even hear the difference until they're gone, like we do. But she was such a joy. And I got so tickled that she just loves chalk couture. She asked me, she says, well, Grandma, when you get old, who's going to do the chalk couture for you? And I told her, I said, well, honey, you can. And she just laughed. She said, all right, I'll be the chalk couture lady then. All right, we got a little bit more left to do. A little bit of pink got on my words, but I think we'll be okay. That part I don't worry so much about. It's when it gets on, a drop gets on there. I'm going to go back to this little mini squeegee so I can work it out here. And since I'm working real close to pink or coral, I'm not actually going to put that back in either pot. So I'm just going to bring it off. You guys know that I can't do more than one thing at the time, so if I hush talking, I'm trying to keep it within the lines. All right, this should be fun to see. And here again, if you'd like to shop with me, I'll leave all the links in the verbiage above the video. If you're interested in some of the Try Me kits, I know one of my videos the other day, we did a Try Me kit, which this is the little Try Me kit. I've had a couple of people show interest in that, And I think that's a wonderful thing, because you can actually, for a reasonable price, get a project and just try your hand at it and see if you like it. But this is called Country Girl. And now I'm gonna back up and get these hands, make sure I've got everything off, because just as sure as I don't, I'll mess up my little purple t-shirt. And a lot of times what I do is I use one of these ends to see if I can't help get it up. Oh, that is cute, cute, cute. She's gonna feel like she's the belle of the ball. Little country girl. Now, to finish this project, we're gonna have to heat set. And since you're watching my video, I'm gonna tell you how I do this. I usually let this stay overnight before I do anything to it, because you can heat set it now. You can take it upstairs, and you could use your iron on about a medium setting, and you put a piece of parchment paper over it and you press for 4 minutes. All you have to do is just parchment over it. And then you have to turn it inside out and press the back 4 minutes. So you're actually pressing 8 minutes, 4 minutes on the front side and 4 minutes on the inside. I don't have one of the heat machines, and so I'm thinking about investing in one to see. My daughter-in-law has one, and she says it's the trick. But so far I haven't done anything like that. Again, shop with me. Of course, I am easily found on my Chalk Couture site. But this is an ink project. You see, it didn't take hardly any time. And the cleanup is the same. You're going to just put it face down in water. And you can clean it a couple of different ways, but as long as I've got water, I'm just going to use water. And then after the video's over, I'm going to take it over to the sink and just rinse and make sure that my silk screen is not getting any residue left, because that will really make a difference on your transfer when you use it again. But guys, I think this is as cute as it gets, and would really love to hear from you guys. I read all the comments. I try to hit you back and see what's up and how things are going with you guys, and love to talk with you. But this is chalkcouture.com. IndigoPearlCompanyCountryGirlT is my website for Chalk Couture. You guys have a nice night and be safe. We've had terrible weather today, but right now it's just muggy. But of course we're here in Middle Georgia. Good night now.